Hey friends, it's Steph. So, my best laid plans of getting a video up yesterday, y'all, failed completely because this thing right here has been giving me nothing but grief. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to move this out of the way and then I'll tell y'all in just a second what this is. So, we are back to, I don't know if I can get a good angle or not. This camper is so awkward. Back to working on the cookie camper. You can see I've put paper down for the flooring. I went ahead and went with the piece that came with this kit because I thought, well, it fits. We know it fits. And I actually liked it. So I went ahead and glued that down. I will tell y'all the easiest way to do this because of the awkward space. Put your glue on the back of your paper, spread it in a thin layer, flip it over, and then start in one corner and use something like a piece of wood or something, and then just rub it down, get all the bubbles out, all the air out, all the excess glue out, and it'll lay perfectly. So that went in pretty easily. I also have gotten this side, this is so awkward. Let me move that. There we go. I've gotten this side of the paneling done on the outside of it. I'm not sure I'm going to put anything right here because I think I'm going to put a sign on here. So I'm debating on that one. Still, y'all know how I do. I have to think things through before I go for it. I've also decided for this trim, I wanted to do a metallic. Y'all know I bought this paper. It's like a contact paper, metallic, looks like stainless actually, and I love it. You guys, it does not stick to anything. I have had so much trouble with this, and I'll show y'all on the little oven that I've been working on. This was what I wanted for the front of the oven, and excuse all the paint on my hands, y'all. I've been painting this silly thing, but this does not stick. So I'm very annoyed with this. I'm annoyed that I spent my money on it, and I hope none of you did because it's a pain. If you've had better luck with this stuff, let me know because clearly I'm doing something wrong. I've tried using glue with it. I've tried burnishing it down, and yeah, y'all, it's, I can't stand it. So what I've decided is on this trim, I'm going to go with black. That'll give it kind of a little ballerina, pink and black kind of effect. And then we've got our wood effects on it. I think that will look really pretty. So that's what I'm going to go with. I will be working on that next. What I have been working on now, I have to move the camera back, y'all. Ugh. Do y'all ever have those days that everything it seems like that you're working on just does not work? Nothing works, and it's such a pain. And so that is the kind of day I've had for 2 days in a row. So frustrating, and I'm annoyed. I only have a week left. So this is my last week of summer, y'all. I go back to work next Monday. And I'm fine with that, but the whole vibe of your household just changes when you go back to work. My daughter doesn't go back to school for another 2 weeks after I go back, I think is what it is. Then things will really be crazy around here because she's going to start up with all of her stuff and everything. So yeah, it gets a little crazy around here during school time, but and I don't think I'm quite ready to go back, y'all. I still have lots of crafting to do. If you hear, I don't know if you can hear the 3D printer in the background, but I am printing some casserole dishes and a cake display. I don't know how the cake display is going to turn out. Not quite sure on that one. It looked a little small as it was printing, so we'll see how it does. It's supposed to be 1/12 scale. Now keep in mind, guys, this camper is not 1/12 scale. So everything I'm doing for in here is custom because of the sizing. I believe these kits are 1/48 scale. Gosh, I cannot remember off the top of my head. I've got the box right there, but I don't see it anywhere on the box. But I'll look before the next video and let y'all know for sure. So what I do when I'm deciding, because I'm not using the furniture that came with it or any of the contents that came with it. So what I did was I take my little trusty ruler. This is my little 6-inch ruler. Now, it does not fit in there going up and down. So what I did was I laid it in here. I laid it upside down this way and measured over to this window to see how far I wanted that this baking oven to go, and I'll show y'all that in just a minute. So once I figured out my width, then I needed to measure here because I had decided I wanted like a stove top and then a tall baking oven, but I wanted it all one piece. So I measured that, then I put this in through this to see about where it would go and where I wanted it to go. And that's how I got my measurements for my oven. Okay, so I've worked on this, y'all. I glued this down and forgot to put my plastic in there. So, but it's going to be back in the back of the camper and covered. There's going to be a counter in front of it. So really, it's not going to be front and center. Okay, so I'm fine with it. It's going to be fine. And I'll show y'all what it looks like inside. You see, it fits just right if my camera worked just right. So you see back in there, y'all, the joy again of miniatures, y'all. It's for looking and not touching. And I'm so happy to be making stuff for not touching anymore, because that you really have to think through the whole touching stuff, when, especially when it's going to be played with by children. So this will not be, it's going to be back in the back. So we're looking for the illusion of a baking oven and a stovetop. Now I did a stovetop because, you know, they make caramel, they make different things in there. And so I did not have any more, you know, those big snaps that I had used in the Lucy kitchen for her stovetop. I didn't have any more of those. I had only bought one package of those. Why did I only buy one? I don't know. But I do have these little gears that I got off Temu in a package. So those are going to be our stove burners. I also have a piece I'm going to put, I don't know where it went, y'all. I've been losing everything. I'm telling y'all, it's just been one of those couple of days. This is going to be now smaller, much smaller, like 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to put the knobs back there. So we will have a little back thing here to go with the stovetop burners to turn them on and to do all the ovens. Now I saw one of these ovens. I got a picture that I saved on Pinterest to give me an idea of what one would look like. And they have a little electronic keyboard on theirs. We're going to pretend like ours is low tech and not as fancy as those. Excuse me, guys. So that is the bakery oven. I am going to try to figure out some pans and stuff and like stack them on top or something, because we'll have enough space in here for that to for things to stack on top up there, even if I just use like some casserole dishes or something like that. Now I am going to do a built-in over here, and I'm just going to tell you guys. So here's what I do when I start the process of a build and what I'm going to build. Y'all don't laugh at my drawing, but I just do a quick sketch. I measure out everything, how big I want it in inches. Excuse me. Gosh, my throat got dry all of a sudden. To see how big I want it to be. So I'm going to do a little seating area in behind this window here. Then I'm going to have a counter, like a display counter here, and to pay and stuff like that. And then we'll have another counter back over in here. If I need a display area over the seating area inside, I'm going to do that. Because what I think I'm going to do with this one is, once we have it finished, I think I'm going to do a little patio. I don't know if you guys have seen at the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to run over there and see what they have. I also have to take my husband to the doctor this week, so y'all know that means a trip to Hobby Lobby and Michael's. but I want to get a pre-made little wood piece and just make it into like a porch so that we can have some seating out here. I'll do some greenery and stuff like that, and we'll make it look really pretty. It'll be stained the same as the rest of our stuff, so it's all matching. I might even do popsicle sticks, like wood flooring on it. We'll see. Because if it's mostly going to be covered up, I'm not going to do that. But I can have some seating, some little tables out there so like if you go in, you buy your little baked goods, you can go out and sit out there. So that's where we are at with the cookie camper. So I'm working on this stove or oven, bakery oven, stovetop, whatever you want to call it. I've been working on this for 3 or 4 days. It has been such a pain. And I think I have decided that I do not like balsa wood. I mean, it is so easy to cut that I love that part about it, but it just looks clunky to me. And I don't know, can I buy it in thinner sheets than this? This looks like to be about 1/8 inch. I don't know if I can buy it thinner than that, but you see it's all rough. It's rough on the edges, and when I do sand it, it does okay, but it still has those rough edges. And you guys, y'all know this is my favorite little sander. I finally had to change my sanding pad out. After how long? I mean, it's been forever that I've been using that one pad, and I finally had to change it out. So I just still love this so much. I have noticed, you guys, so I kind of am all over the place today. I'm so sorry. So I've been on Temu. Y'all know I'm always on Temu. And I wanted to show you something. Let me pull it up real quick. So, and I might have taken a picture of it. You guys, some of these little Temu sellers, I don't know what they are thinking. Because, so they had... Maybe I did not take a picture of it, y'all. Oh, I thought I did. Nope. I must not have. But, okay. So let's go into Temu. I'm going to show you. We'll go to miniatures. And let me do Dolls Miniatures table. Y'all, I about had a heart attack when I saw this the other day. So I was looking at a little table and chair set. Oh, I don't need a little video like this one. Okay, $8.47. That seems to me like a reasonable price for this, and fine. So I was looking through, just scrolling, and it probably won't come up this time. Y'all, somebody was trying to sell that for $98, and part of me just wonders, is that a scam? Is it legit? So like here it is. Here's one. $62.66 for the same set. I know this one's painted and the other one's not, but this painted one here also comes for like $7 or $8. And I saw several of them like that. And I was like, what the heck is going on with Temu? So I'm not sure, y'all. See, here's another little white table and chairs for $10.50, and that's for all 5 of those pieces of furniture. So I don't know what is going on. Be careful as you're shopping on there. Here's a table and chairs for $34. I mean, you guys, I just am not going to spend that much money on a miniature. If it was something I was purchasing from a craftsman and, it was just perfection, yes, then I would spend that kind of money. From Temu, absolutely not, y'all. It's the same with, and you can buy some of these same things on Amazon. I believe miniatures.com is still in business. I think somebody bought them so that company is still going. I haven't looked back to go see if I can order anything from there lately. Factory Direct, Also, you can order miniatures from them. They just have less of a selection to me. So just be mindful when you're shopping on Temu now that you're getting your best prices. Remember that they have the little trick still. This one may not have one, but if you go up here and you click on the little, you click on the picture, and then you'll see this little camera icon. If you click on that, sometimes, yes, so some other ones came up in the search. So this one was $10.55, but you can see here's one for $8.66. So always double check the prices on Temu. Sorry about the dogs, y'all. So that's what I've been up to, y'all. I'm going to get these other bits of furniture started. I think next time I'm going to try to get the polymer clay out and make some desserts out of it. I am still so hesitant, and I don't know why, but I'm a little terrified of the polymer clay, y'all. Because I expect when I pick up a craft that I'm able just to do it because it looks like I should be able to do it. And y'all know that's not always the case. So I'm going to think about that and try to get the polymer clay out. I have a whole bin of polymer clay with all the tools I would need. So I think it's time that I stop looking at the bin and not have wasted all of that money and just get my act together and give it a go. Because what's the worst that can happen? It's awful and I just mush it back up and start again, right? Because we all know that we got to practice things to get better at things. So, y'all, wish me luck this week, getting all the projects I need to get done before I go back to work. We did get a lot of projects done this summer, so my husband, he just goes and goes and goes, y'all. He says if he stops going, that'll be the end, and so he refuses to give in. So so that's what we're working on. I am looking, I know you guys may not know very much about Miniverse, and if you've watched my shorts, you know Miniverse is resin-based crafts, and it's just different things. Like I did this one when I was, the other day, on my birthday, I just spent the day doing some Miniverse because they have piled up quite a bit in my craft space. And I thought, well, I should get some of these done. So this is just a little honey bear. I thought he was cutest little boba drink in a honey bear. And so that's one of them. Well, they have come out with Jurassic Park ones and they have dinosaurs. So I think when we finish this, I was going to go to the schoolroom, and we may do that still. I'm not 100% sure yet. And I want to do, I want to take those Miniverse dinosaurs and do a diorama of Jurassic Park, to where I've got the doors on one side, or the gates, those big huge gates that say Jurassic Park on them. I wanted those incorporated somehow, and then as you go in, instead of it being like the park, it'll just be a lab. And so I think we may do that next. If not, we're going to do the classroom next, and I have decided on a different box for the classroom. So I'm excited about that. Y'all, I have so many projects in my head. I just need to get them going, and I need to move a little bit quicker than what I'm moving. Otherwise, I'm going to never finish. And I guess we never do finish, do we? But I want to get some other projects done and get going on that. So that's it for today. I'm just rambling on now, you guys. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to go along on my miniature journey with me, please like and subscribe. And I promise all of my videos for new people here are not so rambling. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. But we just come here to have fun and chit chat and work on projects. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Thank you.